key to making it all work? Commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster.
Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone.
Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married three-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite ServPro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying. The trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Survey and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
A day we've had circled on the calendar for quite some time. Why is that? Well, we knew it would be a good one when the Legacy Sabres and Minot High Magicians came together on the frozen pond for North Dakota high school hockey. We were right. They're number 1 and number 2 inside the West region. This could be an all-out war tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to a Tuesday night in WDA hockey on the PSP Network. The 8-5-1 Legacy Sabres, coached by the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux Mario Lamoureux, are in town to take on the 9-4 Man Giants, number 1 against number 2 inside the conference. Buckle up tight tonight. Some of the state's top producers will be on display here in the showdown. A couple good goaltenders going toe-to-toe tonight as well, including a kid that's had 3 shutouts in his last 5, Tyler Miller, for the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. This should be a fun one here tonight. I'm Nick Hulberg. This is our Shills pregame show. Matt Morelli will join me here tonight on the call on the PSP Network. This will be a fun one here tonight as these two teams look to get up and down the ice surface and see who's got more muscle when it's all said and done. Shields of Minot and Bismarck bring you the pregame show here tonight. Shields of Minot and Bismarck have everything you need, from clothing to footwear to gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion, you name it. Shields is dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, so much more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Again, they bring you the pregame show here tonight for this WDA Hockey Showdown. Let's take a look right now at the standings inside of the state of North Dakota for North Dakota high school hockey in the West region. And the standings look like this tonight. They're presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Minot's at the top of the list with 24 points. Legacy and Mandan both have 23, so they sit at the number 2 spot. Century's turned it on. They're sitting number 4 right now. They're 6-2 inside the conference. Jamestown at 5-5. Bismarck's at 4-6. They're number 6. Dickinson's at 3-7. They're number 7. Williston at 8. Botno Rugby at number 9. The Braves sit with 7 points. And man, they've had some close ones this year. Hazen Beulah at 0-4 inside of conference play. Other games inside of the WDA here tonight. Bismarck High is at Mandan. That's a monster matchup. Dickinson's at Jamestown. That's a monster matchup. And Hazen is at Botno tonight with the 2 cellar dwellers tonight up at the Lumberdome. Well, what does it mean for a win tonight for both of these teams? Well, it's 3 gigantic points in the standings, and it would mean Minot has gone 3-0 all time against the Legacy Sabres as the Magi swept Legacy last season in the home of home series. But this year's a different tale to the tape. It's a different story, and don't forget that Legacy ended up as the number 2 seed out of the West region heading to the state tournament last year. Minot ended up as number 3 after the upset in the opening round of that tournament. Nevertheless, points tonight for both of these teams would propel them at the top of this list and help their cause. A win for the Sabres puts them into first place. A win for the Magi gives them a cushion. Minot does have some games in hand, by the way, as you look at these standings. Minot on the season's only played 7 conference games. Mandan and Legacy have played 10. Century's played 8. 10 for Jamestown, Bismarck, Dickinson, and Williston. Botno's played 9. Hazen Beulah's played 4. They play the 6-point matchups each and every night. By the way, this is a giant night tonight to the PSP Network. We've got high school basketball already taking place down in Bismarck. It's the Demons girls taking on the Legacy girls tonight. Then it's boys basketball. Legacy's at Bismarck High. It's Todd Domeries and Joe Cattell on the call of that one tonight to the PSP Network. All you Legacy fans, feel free to hop onto the PSP Network. You can watch those games side by side on the PSP Network. Got boys basketball tonight as well. Number 3 of the state Minot takes on number 1 Century, a night that we've had circled for a while in boys basketball as well. A big-time showdown here tonight in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Scott Woodmansey and Chuck Claremont are on the call for that one across town. Not even that far. I can't even say across town. I should say right up the hill from here tonight. You look at the schedule for the rest of the week, and it's a busy one on the PSP Network. It should be a fun one here tonight as the Sabres get together with the Magi on the Magicians' home ice here tonight. When we come back, we're going to dive into the numbers of this showdown. We'll also talk to both coaches here tonight, Mario Lamoureux and John Grubb, caught up with us here at the PSP Network earlier on this evening. Buckle in tight on a Tuesday night. It's chilly in the Magic City, but boy, let me tell you, it's going to be warm in here tonight. The tempers will be at a high level. So will the gameplay between number 1 and number 2 in the West region. It's Minot and Legacy going toe-to-toe tonight here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Vold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Shields pregame show. We're now joined by the Legacy head coach, Mr. Mario Lamoureux. First things first, I heard you got some good news in the family, man. Congratulations on being dad for the 3rd time.
Yeah, we popped out our 3rd girl, so exciting times, but definitely makes life a little busier.
Do you guys talk about maybe working on a boy, possibly?
Well, the first 3 were hopefully going to be boys. It just didn't quite work out that way, but now we got 3 awesome girls, and just really thankful to kind of continue to grow our family.
Mom's doing well, I assume?
Yep, it's been obviously the pretty traumatic event to have a kid, but yeah, she's doing great and been a trooper, kind of hopefully let me keep doing this stuff for a long time.
In the midst of that, your hockey team has won 6 in a row. Touch on how the Sabres are playing right now. Looks like you guys are really climbing here.
Yeah, you know, I think as the last probably 2 or 3 games, we've probably been our best team games that we've played. You know, we've had some great individual efforts. We've had good goaltending for the most part throughout the year, and you know, I just think as a group we've done a nice job starting to kind of be better at some of our habitual things that we're trying to incorporate into our game. And obviously we've gotten good results lately, but we're only as good as your last game, and tonight's going to be an awesome matchup.
A couple guys I'm looking forward to seeing tonight, Beasley and Butts, two of the top 10 scorers in the state of North Dakota. You want to touch on these kids and what they bring to the table here tonight?
They've obviously contributed offensively, quite a bit. They log a lot of minutes for us, playing every situation. But, they've been great leaders. Obviously, Marcus is our captain, but Drew, even as a first-year guy, been a leader with the way he competes. And, he's vocal when he needs to be. And, those guys, they've played really well for us. And they play hard on both sides of the puck. And hopefully we can continue to get the production we've gotten and, other solid play as well.
Your brother, Jean-Philippe, would probably slap me in the face for bringing this up in the pregame show tonight. But Tyler Miller's got 3 goose eggs in his last 5. Touch on how good your goaltending has been here.
Yeah, Tyler's been really steady for us. He gives us a chance to compete in every single game, no matter who we're playing. And he's someone that's trying to refine his game, trying to prepare better. And, something I can really appreciate him is my brother JP he's a master of preparation. And it's nice to see that Tyler's starting to, learn some of those things and really takes care of his body. And, it's good to see his preparation. He takes the game serious and wants to be an effective player for us.
1 and 2 in the West region tonight. Minot High is at the top of the ladder right now. They've got some guns of their own. What does it take to get a win here tonight? Is there one thing you key on at the Pepsi rink?
Honestly, it's gonna be a great matchup. Obviously, I think 2 teams that probably pretty evenly matched up, and I think we just got to come out, continue to play a good team game, play hard in our own zone. Defend hard, and for us, I think it's kind of make our game simpler and not overcomplicate things. And I think we've done that the last couple games. But this will definitely be our toughest matchup we've had in the last little while here.
Looking forward to it. Congratulations again on being a parent. One more time, tell your wife congrats and best of luck here tonight.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
That's Mario Lamoureux, the head coach of the Legacy Sabres. We come back, we'll talk to the Minot High staff here at the Pepsi rink. 1 and 2 of the West region go toe-to-toe tonight here on the PSP Network. Welcome back to our Shields pregame show. We're now joined by the Minot High co-head coach, Mr. John Grubb. You're number 9 for the Magi. Coach, first things first, how are things going?
Happy to be rolling through the season here.
Big one tonight, number 1 and number 2 inside the West region right now, and don't count Mandan out of that, of course. They're tied for that second place spot. In your mind, how big is tonight really of a matchup inside of WDA hockey for the Magi?
I think it's just one of those games you look on your schedule and it's a really, really good hockey game and really good competition, and I think that's the number one thing you take out of it is just it's a real quality game, and we're excited to play it.
You guys get a big win at Jamestown last Friday, 3-1, and then went over to West Fargo Cheyenne. They handed you a 4-0 loss. You want to touch on last weekend's series just a little bit, starting with the Jamestown matchup?
Yeah, Jamestown's always a tough place to win, so we were excited to get out of there with the points, and both teams played well, and it was kind of one of those. It wasn't pretty. You wouldn't shine it up, but we're happy we were able to get out there with the win, and that's a positive. It's a huge WDA win for us. We moved on to Cheyenne the next day. It was a quick turnaround. We weren't ready to play when it started, but probably the second half of the game was pretty even hockey, and we'll walk away, trying to take the positives out of it that we had, and it's just good competition again leading into this game tonight. So. All in all, it was a good weekend. It was quick. It was a lot of hockey in a short period, but it was a good weekend for us.
Take this with a grain of salt here and don't punch me in the face, but the month of December, you guys go 6-1. Month of January right now, 2-3, and not playing the best hockey we've seen the Magi play. Is that a fair statement? And what do you do to maybe try to turn that around a little bit?
Yeah, probably just not consistent, but I think some of it has to do with the competition we've seen too. I mean, we went to Roseau, undefeated at the time, but I don't know if we were playing great hockey leading up to Roseau. We were in bits and pieces, winning some games that maybe we shouldn't have, and we went to Roseau and we got some real competition, and then that led us into Davies, and last week in Cheyenne, and we played some good teams. So the hope is that we peak later in the year this year, and there's been times where we've been playing our best hockey right now. You don't want to play your best hockey now. You need to play it down the road, so we just need to keep taking steps forward.
Your power play has been something that's been pretty fun to watch with some of these guys that can bury the puck, including Matt Morelli. Touch on how much time goes into that and what you expect in a matchup like tonight, because those chances of the extra advantage or the extra man on the advantage have to be capitalized on.
It is. You hope the kids buy into it. That's the main thing, and they have. And now as we start to kind of give them some different sets and some different ideas and some different looks that they can do when they're out on the ice, like, hey, if two guys are coming out on a high idea, this is the changes you guys need to make on the fly. And so that's kind of where we at this point of the year with it, and hopefully they keep buying into it and keep using each other. And if they can do that, as we see some of these teams the second, third time, hopefully it stays as an advantage for us.
Is there one key tonight if you want to take down Mario Lamoureux Sabres here tonight?
We need to compete for 3 periods. I think that's the biggest thing. You can't come out and fall behind and not be ready to play in the first 8 or 10 minutes and then have to dig yourself back out of it. So I think if we just compete for 3 periods, who knows what the score is going to be? It could be us, it could be them, but that's what we really need to see is that, we are ready to play through periods of hockey getting in this time of year. WDA tournament's about 30 days away, and it's time to get going.
Got a 9-4 hockey team with a pretty tough schedule in the middle there, and Hulberg's asking you, how come you guys aren't playing better? I sure appreciate you. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's John Grubb, the co-head coach of the Magi. We'll get set and ready for our opening draw when we come back to the Pepsi rink tonight. It's the Sabres and the Magi right here on the PSP Network.
Smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
A look from outside of the Mesa Arena here tonight as we get set and ready for the showdown on the PSP Network. It is chilly in the Magic City right now, but when you make the trek across the parking lot through those doors right there, you come inside of the Mesa Arena where we've got a primetime matchup lined up for you folks here tonight on the PSP Network. Welcome back into our Shields pregame show. Nick Hulberg, joined tonight by the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli, former Minot High standout as well. He'll come into the call in just a moment here. First, let's tell you about Shields. Shields of Minot Bismarck has everything you need, from fishing to fashion. You name it, they've got it all. Sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, footwear. I've been saying that I bought my wedding ring at Shields, and my wife said, you better put a disclaimer out there and let everyone know that I got you a nice, legit wedding ring at one point, but this rubber one really does the trick. Shields of Minot Bismarck, they've got everything, Matty. I'm telling you, it's fantastic stuff at Shields of Minot Bismarck.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop is exactly right. We'll bring in my broadcast partner now, Mr. Matt Morelli, here tonight. Matt, first things first, Minot High comes off of a victory at Jamestown, and then they dropped one to West Fargo Cheyenne last weekend. That Jamestown matchup in a 3-1 victory for Minot High last Friday night. I know you were in attendance of that hockey game. What were your overall thoughts on that game? Sounded like Minot kind of grinded through one there.
You're right. Yeah, I think it was a good game for Minot. It was a good road victory. The grinding it was right. It was kind of a battle. There wasn't a lot of chances by either squad. I mean, it could have gone either way. Jamestown was right there. The shots were pretty darn even. It was a good game as far as penalties. There wasn't a lot of bad penalties by either squad. And I think Minot took advantage of a couple chances, and boy, it came down to it was really a 2-1 game with an empty netter. So, or 3-1 game with an empty netter. But it was I think that was a good stepping stone for Minot. Get a tight one on the road. You need everybody. You got to have guys stepping up and making some contributions. It can't always be the same people, and that's with any sport. Some of those guys, not that anybody had an off night, but Jamestown, we gave their best a good night, and their best guys gave our top guys a battle and didn't give them a lot of space and room and extra time to wheel and deal with the puck. But all in all, you go on the road. Minot doesn't win in Jamestown very often. That was a good 3 points for Minot. That was big for their confidence. So I think it was just exactly what the doctor ordered for Minot. There's not a lot of times I can think of where Minot went in a tough environment and come out with a win.
For whatever reason, Wilson Arena is a very tough place to play. That's probably because Matt Stockert, the head coach for 19 years there, just seems to always have them pointed in the right direction. On that same note, though, the Magi, when you look at their road record, they're 4-1 on the road this year, but they've struggled a bit at home. 3-2 here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. What do you think the message is tonight to try to change that? Obviously, you want to be above 500 on your home ice, and if not 500, flawless certainly helps the cause, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I just think you've got to stress these guys. You've got to get off to a good start. Jamestown, we came ready, but you're right. For some reason, at home here, it should be easier to start well. But we've had a little bit of a. I just don't know how to put a finger on it. We've started slow, or I don't know if the guys. You can't blame it on a bus legs. There's no bus legs in town, but we've just. I think I like a lot of it's just mental. The guys have got to get past that and say it's time for us to get ready. We know it's going to be battle. All the Bismarck teams are tough. It doesn't matter what their records are. There's never an easy game, and they can't look at it like that. It's going to be, we have to bring our best game, and we've got to be smart, stay out of the box. They've got too many guys that can skate and score. They've got a couple of guys that are in the top 10 in scoring. They're well coached with Mario, and those guys don't mess around. They got the experience, and they've got kind of a squad similar to Minot. They've got a handful of seniors, but like us, but they've got some sophomores and juniors that log a lot of ice time for them. So it's going to be a good one.
Let's look at the numbers now, Matt. These numbers presented by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They deliver this to us here tonight. Roger Ward Moving and Storage has been helping the region with the moving and storage needs. With their region of moving storage needs since 1942, it's Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Starting for the Magi here tonight, the Magicians are a team that has scored 48 goals on the season. That's good enough for 3.7 goals per night. They've given up 38, which is 3 per contest. 59 goals scored for the Legacy Sabres. That's 4.2 per hockey game. They're a buzzsaw in a sense. They only give up 34. Good enough for a 2.43 goals against average. X factor here tonight. Tyler Miller's got 5 career shutouts, 3 of those come in his last 5 games. The senior netminder here for the Legacy Sabres has been stellar on the year. Miller with a 208 goals against average and a 90% save percentage. He goes tonight against Blaze Ostrom. Blaze with a 235 goals against average and an 897. So he's right at 90% and 2.25. I mean, not too bad for either one of those goaltenders. They both really need to be their best players here tonight in this matchup with some of the prime time offense in the state going against them here tonight.
Definitely. These big games, your goalie, you need him to make some saves that maybe they wouldn't normally have. They've got to come up big. There's going to be some breakdowns by both sides, but can your goalie come up big? If you're on the penalty kill, can he make a couple of huge saves for you? You kind of need those guys to. I think the players respond better when there's a. They can get some pressure and maybe take a few chances in the offensive zone, knowing if their goalie's semi-hot, playing well, kind of feeling the groove, that that he's going to make that big save for him if we happen to have a defensive error or maybe have an outnumbered opportunity coming down against us. And I think that's huge for the guys out front.
You talk about some of those state-leading scorers, Matt, coming into tonight. Marcus Butts, number 2 right now in the state of North Dakota. This is a kid that was in all-region selection last year. 29 points for him. He's got the most goals inside the West region. Butts, number 2 in the state for scoring. His line mate, Drew Beasley, has 25 points on the year. He's emerged out of the scene in his sophomore campaign as one of the best in the state of North Dakota. Those two are on the ice here tonight for Legacy. Minot's got one of the top 15, and that's Matt Morelli at number 12 right now. Mac's got 23 on the season, and Mackley only a sophomore, 9 goals, 14 assists for him. The Magicians have some other guys that could score the puck, however, as Ben Swankstu's got 14 points on the year as well, and how about Kilton Esslinger with 15? So there's guys on both sides that can get the job done. Here's the final number I want you to look at and think about tonight here, Matt. Minot High's got 5 players with 5 goals or more. So does Legacy. 6 players for the Sabres with 10 or more points. Minot's got 5 of those players with 10 or more points. The number that I'm going to focus on here tonight, Minot High is taking right around 3.7 penalties per game. Legacy at 3.6. Who can convert on those opportunities and those power play chances here tonight will be a major X factor here for me.
You're right. Special teams, we talk about it, and some people don't. It gets forgotten at times. But you have to stay out of the box. We can't let these guys move that puck around. They've always had a good power play. Let's make them earn it. Let's beat them 5-on-5.
Let's head it downstairs here to Duffy Dolbeck for the official introductions and the singing of our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Well, Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. Matt, just about showtime tonight as our Shields pregame show is going to come to a close here on the PSP Network. Big thanks again to Shields of Minot and Bismarck bringing you the pregame here tonight. Minot and Bismarck, Shields has everything you need from fishing to fashion, you name it. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, and so much more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Time for our opening draw tonight. It's brought to you by guess who?
I was just going to say, what would Goody be thinking right now?
Goody's thinking a lot. He reached out to me last night, and as Andrew Goodmanson would say, whatever you do, confirm with your wife before you water the plants. I've been watering fake plants for the last 3 months, and I had no idea about it. Thank you, Goody. Glad you're on top of it now. 701 Realty and Andrew Goodmanson bring you the opening draw here tonight. Legacy in black, Minot in white. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call here from the Pepsi rink here at Mesa Arena. Number 1 and number 2 in the WDA, and we are underway on a Tuesday night. Sabres with the puck first off the opening draw. They take it down into their own territory. They work it away to the far side wing. Chipped up out to center ice, and now Sabres take it, dump it down in behind Blaze Ostrom. He left it out behind the net. Look out, Minot High back to retrieve here with Swangstu coming in after it. Goes up to the point where it's taken by Gage Martell. He's outed there by the big man Jones, and it comes down to Morelli. He danced into the zone with it. You see Swangstu along with Morelli and Jones here tonight. New line combination for the Magi coming into tonight's showdown. Got some guns on that top unit tonight. Second unit's out for the Magi right now. That's Panasuk's line. Panasuk had his pocket stripped on the far side by Marcus Butts. And now we're going to have too many men on the ice surface called on the Magi in an early power play. 1 minute on the dot into the showdown. Esslinger hopped over the boards, and he was whistled for too many men, so Panasuk will serve the penalty, and here comes the first power play of the game.
Tough break. I don't think the defenseman meant it didn't look like he touched it there when he was going off the ice, but it's a little tougher for us to see it. The ref's got a better vision than we do, but God darn, you hate to start off with going on the penalty kill.
Kyle Stevens and Devin Blada are on the call here tonight. On the lines, you've got Jordan Kelly along with Nathan Medler. This is a good crew here tonight at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena for WDA hockey as that puck fired all the way down as it's picked up here by the Sabres. They go to work on the offense of their power play now, brought to you by Serve Pro. Into the zone comes Matthew Souther. He hits the brakes and goes up top. Handled down by BC. Across the point it comes. Down into the circle. Sent down in front. Nobody there. Esslinger takes it away. It's a 2-on-2 drill. Esslinger sent it to Coleman here on the near side. And into the zone. The Magi took it down. But it's the Sabres with some real estate now as they go to work here with 1:20 remaining of power play time. Sabres coming into tonight's matchup 7-3 in the West region. They're 8-5-1 overall on the year, coached by Mario Lamoureux in his second season. It's only the second season in program history. 2 minutes into the hockey game. Power play out for the next minute. Here for the Legacy Sabres, ServPro brings you the power play tonight. ServPro with trained technicians and 24/7 disaster response and restoration. Jones short-handed. Had it here on the near side. Sent it to Morelli out in front. Morelli onto his forehand now. Turns it back up, and Morelli says, come and get me. Skates it all the way back out to center, and then dumps it right back in. Nice play from the sophomore. Puck's taken here by the Sabres. 35 on the power play as Legacy skates it up to center ice here as they go ahead now with Drew Beasley. Keep your eyes on this kid here tonight. Beasley, only a sophomore and one of the best inside the WDA right now. 25 points for him coming into tonight's showdown with #1 Minot. Puck's underneath the net now. Sent down in front, all right in the blue paint. Ostrom was forced to make his first save. 14 seconds of power play time. Across it comes. Sabres have it. They whistle it underneath the net. Manson gets a stick on it. Now Brock Manson takes it there, and he clears it all the way down with the 9-iron. Miller's out of the net to play it. He leaves it in behind, and the Magi kill off the first power play of the game here tonight for the Legacy Sabres. Minot's kill at 1-for-1. What was so special there? They just seemed to be in tune.
I think, well, that's a good boost, conference boost for Minot. I think they just pressure a little bit. I don't think Legacy was expecting that pressure in the neutral zone, but either way, it worked out good for us.
Puck's going to be handled here by the Magi as they dump and chase now. Panasuk sends it in. Miller's out of the net to play it. Finley Bent's out there for the Magi, number 15. Puck's taken at the line, driven in by Radke. Blocker save comes away there for Miller. The puck comes up the wall now where it goes to Swangstu. And on the near side wing, it's hammered all the way around to the far where young Panasuk's got it. He sends it down into Finley Bent's. Big thanks again to Mario Lamoureux and John Grubb for catching up earlier on tonight at our Shields pregame show. Talk about two guys that are very well respected. Here's a pass out in front. Oh, Panasuk had that one. Line drive right towards the net and a big pad save from Miller. Excellent point blank opportunity. Great save from the Legacy net keeper.
Nice play there. I don't think he got all that one, but either way, nice play. Good start for Minot.
Here comes Panasuk. He walks out of the corner. Wrist one towards the net, and Miller slams the door in a hurry.
Great chance early there for Panasuk. I think he could have maybe even carried that in a little bit. I thought he was going to deke him for a second, but either way, test him early. That's what you got to do. Let's see. You got to get shots on net, and God, if we're getting shots in the slot and right in front, that's even better.
Well, you look at these coaching staffs and talking about those pregame conversations with two of the respected guys in Western North Dakota for high school hockey or hockey at any level. you're the captain of the Fighting Sioux at one point in your career, you know that obviously you were special. That was Mario Lamoureux. John Grubb played in the United States Hockey League, played college hockey as well. It's a Division I player, one of the best to ever come through the program, still at the top of the list in many categories for the Magi all-time in program history. But you look at the surrounding cast next to both of these coaches, guys like Jordan Willard, Jason Bennett from Minot High, Eric Woodbeck, who's the director of goaltenders across the region. Then you look on the other side for the Legacy Sabres and look at Ryan Farragher, who played in the American Hockey League as a goaltender, one of the best goalies to ever play for the Bismarck Bobcats. There's no question and secret here that these coaching staffs and programs really are built around a pretty dynamite cast of well-respected hockey minds in the West region.
Definitely. Well, it starts at the top. You bring in experience, and then you go from there and let the experience just trickle on down and show these kids their job is to develop and teach them the right way to play, and they're doing that. And they got a good. They're just going to get better and better every year.
Under 12 to play in the opening period. Into the zone come the Sabres. Boots out front, sent it towards the net. Oh, robbery there. That one hit the goalpost. McMahon on the side of the cage, making Marcus Butts on the side of the cage. It was almost 1-0. The goalpost went clank right above the blocker of Blaze Ostrom. Back in, Butts takes it down into the corner. He spins away with it, the captain of the Sabres. Back up top, this one tipped in front. That one went over the head of Ostrom after Drew Beasley got a stick on it. And now it's Bradley up the near side wall, went out to center with it. And it's taken here by the Sabres. Look out for this top line for Legacy. They obviously have some dynamite here. Miscommunication there with Blaze Ostrom as he trying to get it off down to Bradley. Bradley's got it here in the near corner, goes back to his partner Manson. Manson back to Bradley, and Bradley's got it here. Bradley sends it up off the wall, out to center, lead pass up to Jones. Jones is into the zone. Jones hops over a man down to the corner, and Jones has it again. Jones looks down underneath the net, finds Swanks two in front, comes to Coleman. Coleman trying to scrum for it, but it's the Sabres out with it. And up to center ice we goes. It's pushed across from Deal back to Coleman. Minot's got to wait to touch here again so they don't get whistled for their second bench penalty of the hockey game. By the way, that was their first bench minor of the season for too many men on the ice. Not too bad going all the way into game number 13 of the season. This is the 14th matchup of the year for Minot High. Well, they're going to happen. You're going to get penalties like that every once in a while. Just let's not make a habit of it, because you just don't. If we're going to get penalties, let's make them pay for it. Give them a good hard body check. Puck's handled by Panasuk at center. He goes off the glass, whistled in, picked up here by the Sabres and Johnson. By the way, the JV matchup earlier on today was a classic. Shots were 31-41. Minot had the advantage, but it was the Sabres that won in 7 rounds of a shootout. Only 1 goal scored in those 7 rounds earlier on here tonight. So the Sabres win 3-2 in the shootout session. Under 10 to play opening period. Puck's taken off the wall. Ben's trying to clear it out. Held in by the Sabres. They dish down to the corner off of Joel Anderson. Puck's back in behind the net now. We're scrumming forward. Here's Radke. Radke in after it along with Esslinger. They go toe-to-toe down in the corner. Puck comes back away now up to center ice, and it's back away here where it's pushed across here to the near side wing. Beasley's got it. Comes back away. And it's dumped back in behind the Minot High net. Puck goes back away here to the near side wing. Tied up down and deep. Back up to the line. Here's a Whistler. Shot from the line. They scored. That one from Joel Anderson, and an even strength goal. Anderson whistles it in. His first goal of the season, and Anderson makes it 1-0. Well, that's a tough break. It was shot out to the point, and nice low shot. You know, you got to be hitting the net and looking for deflections. That's exactly what Legacy needed to do. And Minot I think just got to get a little bit better in their own zone with that first pass. They had a chance to get it out. Worst case, send it out of the zone. Worst case is an icing call. we do apologize. Technical issues with the Minot High Century basketball game here tonight. Number 1 versus number 3 in the state. Had to take a quick phone call there. We do apologize. Puck's underneath the net now as Sabres go back to work for it. Uh-oh, there's 2 guys going into the boards on the far side. Picked up now by Jones, and Jones has it. He's going to go up to center, and Jones trying to work it back into the offensive territory. Takes it down and around to the near side wing. Back up comes for the Sabres as Jones takes it away. Comes to swings to quick shot on goal, and a big stick save there as the netminder Miller comes up with a stop again. Puck comes away to the near wing. Puck back up into the offensive territory and down. Look out, Bradley had his stick whacked out of his hands. It broke on the spot. Delayed call coming here on the Sabres as off goes Ostrom. Extra attacker out for Minot, and here come the Magi with Abrahamson up to center with the extra attacker on the ice surface. It's coughed up here. Touched on the play by Isaac Lewis, and we'll have a power play coming for the Magi. Their first power play of the game.
Well, you always like to draw a penalty, but when someone's stick breaks, you can just feel the parents' pain.
Yeah, 1,000%.
They're not $30, $40 anymore. That's a tough one. That hurts in the wallet on the parents when they see that. They're just going, God, don't be my kid.
Don't be my kid is exactly right. We were talking earlier before the hockey game here tonight. We were talking about goaltenders slamming their sticks. And me at 37 years old and now proud parent to 2, I just think about my poor dad buying those Sherwood goalie sticks after I was just breaking them over the crossbar like an idiot back in the day. What were we doing?
Let's just take it out of your inheritance.
It was about my junior year of high school. He said, here's the deal. Guess what? You get to start buying your own goalie sticks because I'm sick of watching you break them over the crossbar, and you give up too many goals the way it is.
Well, it's just, yeah, it's tough. Nothing's cheap these days.
Puck comes back away now up at the line where it's going to be handled here by the Magi. Power plays out underneath the net for Coleman. Coleman's got it back in behind. Tries to shuffle it up top. Now to Deal. He does. Deal's got it here. Trying to shuffle it back to Coleman. Underneath down comes way to Strand. Strand still scrumming for it. Pushes it back up the wall. Minot High's power play unit on the ice right now for the next minute 25. Trailing 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Deal's got it up top. Sent it back across. Comes back away. All the way up to Deal. Trying to go across the middle with Panasuk. Panasuk misfired there. Minot gets it back at center. And now it's Deal that's got it here. Deal on the near side wing. Trying to move it back away to the near boards. Trying to get it back to Morelli. Morelli's in to help out with that scrum. Frees it now off to Esslinger, and Esslinger's into the zone. Power play out for the Magi for the next 54 seconds. Jones drops it back. Look up. Bradley came in. Freed it there. Now it comes to Jones. Dropped it off Esslinger. Esslinger goes to work with it. Sends it now to Jones. Side of the net. Oh, bounced through the blue paint. Comes away to the near side. Back up to the point. Bradley. Bradley back to Morelli. He can fire. Hill was so on in. Save rebound. Morelli backhand. He scores. Mackley Morelli gets his own rebound and he puts it home. Minot ties it at 1.
Well, it's a matchup right now of special teams, but I don't think we want to get into that matchup. I think you got to get back to 5-on-5. Both teams have taken advantage of a special opportunity, special play opportunity, and you're right. It's puck movement, puck possession, moving it as quick as you can, getting a shot no matter where they are. But like I said, in hockey, follow up your shots wherever it is. There's guys in front. Sometimes they're tied up. It squirts out. You just will take it.
Power play goal here for the Magi. We'll listen in to Duffy Dolbeck on the official goal call. Offsides on the Sabres.
Number 21, Mackley Morelli. Assist goes to number 16, Kelvin Esslinger. Morelli and Esslinger on power play.
It's Morelli and Esslinger in on the power play goal for the Magi. And we're tied at 1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That ServPro power play for the Magi has been good. I talked to John Grubb about it in the pregame show here tonight. We talked about capitalizing on those opportunities, and I feel like Nostradamus. How about that big hit down low? Because I brought up Morelli on the power play and how big that special teams activity would be here tonight. He touched on that just like you said, you want to play the full 51 minutes. And Play your best 5-on-5 and then capitalize on those chances. Comes away down to the near side. Morelli tried to send it out of the zone. He does. Trying to get off for a change now as Morelli, as the puck comes back across the neutral ice territory. The captain, Butts, has it, and Captain Butts sends it down into the corner. Back away to the near side. Off it comes down to Bradley. Bradley's got it here, an All-West Region player from a year ago. Got it up to Finley Benz. He's got Hansen streaking. Hansen's going to skate in with it. Out of the backhand it went, and then Tyler Miller goes down and makes the save here with 4:47 to play in the opening period. BNC National Bank scoreboard reads 1-1. This has been entertaining so far at the Pepsi Rink.
I'd say back and forth. Both teams have had some good chances. You know, it's wide open. There's a lot of these teams want to move that puck. They want to look for that stretch pass. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You just got to be, if you're the defending team, you better be ready for those passes.
Hansen sends it out front, taken away here by the Sabres. They go to center now with Braxton Wetzel. Finley Benz intercepted it, comes off the near side wing, and it comes back into the possession for the Sabres with 4.5 to play in the opening period. 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, but look out into the offensive zone. Here's a drive and a goal. Elliot Hood, third of the season. He beats Blaze Ostrom on the blocker side. That's going to be an unassisted goal for Hood, and Legacy strikes back here in the first period.
Well, we talked about just flipping it out to the center ice there. You have to be, minus defenseman, got to do a little bit better job of recognizing that play, and you just have to be ready. Those guys just outworked them. Just kind of got to step on them. And that's all you need. Mine's just got to be ready for those. Just throw it off to the side. No harm done there.
Third goal of the year for Hood as he capitalizes on the opportunity. Good hustle play from him there. Puck comes down into Minot High defensive territory. It's off the near side wall. Look out. Scrum continues there as this is a hard-hitting hockey game. Comes away down to Panasuk. He's in. Panasuk trying to go between the legs there of Stanton, but Stanton shut the door. Puck comes all the way back into Minot High territory. Deals back on the retrieve. Sends it around to the near side. Handled here out front. Here's a Whistler that sailed just wide from Josiah Will. He had 19 points, making 21 points last year for the Legacy Sabres. Here comes Panasuk. Panasuk, little toe drag in the center slot, takes it off the wall, sends it up now out front. Nobody there for the Magi as this one's going to be taken and drifted all the way back down here by Legacy. Does it get all the way down for an icing? It does not. Comes away to Bradley. Stretch pass up to center, went off of Esslinger on the near side wing. Puck is tied up inside the blue line. Sabres take it back. Now Esslinger's got it. Now a teeter-totter match. Still trying to clear the zone as Esslinger, the Minot High captain, and he does. Matt, we're 14 minutes into the showdown here tonight. Legacy leads 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Is that what you thought we'd see here tonight in this hockey game?
Oh, for sure. We knew it was going to be back and forth. The best thing is there's a lot of game left.
2 full periods coming your way, plus the 2:52 that remains here. By the way, Roger Ward Moving and Storage has been proudly serving the region, your moving and storage needs, since 1942. Find Roger Ward Moving and Storage online. I'm laughing. I can't help myself. And Rooster will get a kick out of this right now. It is Don Rosted.
No, that was right. Yeah.
When you asked if it was Rosted, I looked and I said, no, that's a woman down there, not Don Rosted, the former goaltender for Minot High.
We won't tell him that.
Well, he's going to find out now because I just told the world it. And he looked up and smiled. And I said, hey, Rooster, if he could read my lips. And then I started chuckling because it was him. Here I thought it was some lady down there. It's actually the eye of the tiger, Don Rosted, former Minot High great. I have to tell you, this one comes all the way down for an icing. That icing brought to you by Hub International Insurance. Call Hub today for your personal and business insurance needs. It's Hub International Insurance, the leading North American insurance brokerage. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at Hub International Insurance for your personal and business insurance needs. 355-3100. Don Rosted, when I was a kid growing up, I mean, that guy was my idol, man. Let me tell you, he was the varsity goaltender for Minot High circa 96, 95, 96, 97. Maybe even into 98. Anthony Aspas first, then Don Rosted and Brian Holland.
Both good goalies, all good goalies.
Yes, absolutely. Rosted had his mask painted like a tiger. The eye of the tiger. Comes down to Morelli. tries to shuffle this one ahead off to Jones. Right idea, just good defense there as it was taken away off of McMahon. And Strider McMahon sends it back up, and right back in comes Abrahamson. Abrahamson down into the corner, takes it back here, looks for the outlet. Side of the net, got it past Swangstu, and now the puck goes back up to the line, held in there by Radke. Good to see him back in the lineup. He sends it right back down into the corner where it's taken here by Johnson, and underneath now it's tied up underneath the goal line. Johnson with a nice job defensively, the junior D-man who's got 14 points in his own right here this year. Puck comes away to Abrahamson, drifts it right back in. 80 seconds to play in the opening period. Legacy leads 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They toss it all the way down, and it comes back down to Deal, who goes up down to Radke. Radke's into the zone with it. Radke turns it, fires. Oh, that one kind of handcuffed Miller a little bit. But it's picked up here by the Sabres, and they go out to center ice with it. There's the 1 minute call as it's Wetzel that's in, fires on. Ostrom with the save, plays another one. Shots are now 10-6 here in the opening period. Minot's got the advantage, but it's Legacy that's got the lead. Ostrom sends it right back out in front. They shoot, they score, as that one was driven into the net. Minot High goaltender should have fallen on top of it and froze that puck up tight. Instead, it came right to Braxton Wetzel, and he buries an excellent shot there from Wetzel.
Probably should have just put your glove on and froze it, but that's the thing. We're giving up goals to their players that haven't had much contribution before, and that's what you need. If you're Legacy, that's even better for you because you're getting production from guys that are your third liners. Well, Minot's got to see what Minot can do if they can answer back, but we're having a couple turnovers that really hurt.
Let's listen in to Duffy Novak with 30 seconds remaining. First of the year for Wetzel, by the way. Ten and 26 in on the tally. Miller makes the glove save. He goes down onto the pillows and hangs onto it. Faceoff will come on his glove side. 12 seconds remain here in the opening period. We've got ourselves a 3-1 hockey game. Legacy Sabres on top of Minot High here tonight at the Pepsi Rink in Minot's home barn here this evening. Can Minot climb out of a bit of a hill that they're in right now, or climb to the top of a bit of a hill that they're looking up right now? All right, kids, caught him down. 6 seconds, now 5, now 4. Morelli back behind the net, and Morelli's got it here. Comes away to Esslinger, and that's how the period comes to a close. We're through one period of play here in the Magic City at the Pepsi Rink. Legacy leads Minot High 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report comes up next here on the PSP Network. Don't go anywhere. Plenty to talk about after one period of play here in the Magic City.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Vold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
3-1, Legacy on top. Welcome into our first intermission. Brought to you by Premier Chiropractic. Premier Chiropractic, ND.com is where you can find Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Connie Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry Domries. Premier Chiropractic, ND.com. They bring you our first intermission report. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call. Matt, love having you as a color commentator with us on the PSP Network. Always a great time. We need to switch positions probably here tonight. I should go on that side. You should go on this side because after what I said about Don Rostad, I don't know if he's going to be knocking on the door up here in just a second or what's going to be going on. Should I be worried about Rooster coming up into the booth? That's the question.
I think we can take Rooster. He's been slimming down. I thought it was him, but we'll laugh about that. Have a good laugh. But yeah, Rooster, Johnny Rostad, no better guy to tell you. Minot's got some quality people. I mean, it's like hockey players. All the athletes are good, but hockey players, most of them, it's a good brotherhood. There's a lot of give and take, bantering, and it's all in good fun. And anybody that's went through the program and played for the high school, whatever you want to call it, junior gold, high school, everybody is friends, and they like seeing the Minot program, the Minot teams do well. I don't care if it's the varsity, JV, no matter what level, you're always pulling for Minot. But you get back to like I said, a little bit of the play in the first, you're going to say it was just a couple kind of bad turnovers by Minot that I think you're all in all a pretty good period. It wasn't a bad period. Both sides are hungry. I mean, it's the Legacy's got some good skaters. They move the puck up. They want to get that offensive game going. They've got some guys that are some good snipers and offensive creativity with those guys. And I think Minot just got to be aware of when they throw it out in the neutral ice for that kind of a longer pass. You can't get out-muscled off the puck. You've got to be ready for it. Worst case, you just fire it to the side. Take the pressure off the middle. We always talk about the middle of the ice is where all the danger is, especially in your own zone. And I think the second goal, you just out-muscled our defenseman and kind of took a bad hop on him, out-muscled him and walked in. And the third goal, I think, which was the one Blaze Ostrom can have that one back. If you're going to play it, you can't play it right in the slot. You can't play it back in the slot is what I meant to say. Either fire it out. A lot of the goalies most of them can shoot the puck, or just put your glove on it. Just get a whistle and let's start from scratch with a face-off. And those kind of hurt. But it's like we were saying, getting contributions from players that aren't your normal producers. If you're Legacy, you're getting some scoring out of the guys down the lineup, and that's huge for them. That's a big confidence boost, not only for the player that scored and made this and helped out with the assist, but it takes a little bit of pressure off your top two lines instead of relying on those guys to do all the scoring. Minot had some chances. We got the edge in shots, but we've got to get, I think, back to the basics, get aggressive. I think they got some defensemen that are a little bit suspect in handling the puck, and not saying that we don't, but I think if you're Minot, get a little more aggressive. Make the defenseman skate that extra time going back to the corner to retrieve it. Wear them down. It's going to be a game of it. Even though it's 3-1, it looks a little, they've got the edge right now. They probably had a few better, took advantage of we'll just say they were a little bit more opportunistic on their chances. But God, we got two full periods to go. That next one is a crucial one for either side. Minot, that'll really get them a shot in the arm. We got to come out that first couple shifts, play the body. I think we had spurts. We were saying the physical had picked up, but Minot, I think, to be successful, you need to do that a full game. That's just kind of what seems like we've had better success that way.
The 51 minutes was the number one key tonight for John Grubb and his Magi of just having that effort and that physicality for that amount of time here tonight. You hit the nail on the head. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first period, Matt. They're brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. You can have the smile you've always wanted at Prestwich Orthodontics. We'll take your smile to the next level. Visit minotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Financing options at Prestwich Orthodontics, 852-2646 or minotbraces.com. First goal of the game tonight scored by Carter Johnson. He was assisted by Joel Anderson. And for Carter Johnson on the season, that was goal number 2 on the season for Carter Johnson. It was Joel Anderson that had the assist. He fired it in from the line for his second assist of the year. Minot High's Matt Morelli then tied the game at 1-1. A power play goal for Mackley. That was goal number 10 on the year, point number 24. He had 23 points last year, Matt, in his freshman campaign. He's got 24 here in his sophomore campaign with 9 games to go in the regular season. Mac Morelli gets the power play tally to tie it at 10:53. Kelton Esslinger had the assist on the goal for the Magi. And for Esslinger, that's assist number 9, point number 16. But goals from Legacy that came at 12:39 and 16:16 are the difference makers in the hockey game right now. Elliot Hoon got on the board, and Hoon picked up goal number 1 on the season. Goal number 3 on the season for Elliot Hoon. And then Braxton Wetzel puts one into the back of the net for his first of the year for the Legacy Sabres. Wetzel, the senior, he was assisted by Gavin Mitzel and Matt Souther. Power plays in the first period. Minot went 1 for 1. Legacy went 0 for 1 on the power play. Shots of the period, 11-7. Minot won that category. But the goaltender saves was won in the first by Tyler Miller. 10 saves on the 11 he saw. Blaze Ostra made 4 saves on 7 shots in that opening period of play. Quality scoring chances, they had Minot High with 4 of them. Bismarck with 2. And Bismarck Legacy dominated the faceoff category at 10-2. I misspoke. Legacy had the 4 quality scoring chances, 2 for Minot. But the faceoffs were dominated by the Sabres at 10-2 in that opening period. Obviously a point of conversation in the locker room as well. We'll take a break on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. You can see that we're 3 minutes and 45 seconds away from the start of our second period of play. We'll face it off when we come back here to the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Legacy on top of Minot tonight in a giant grudge match at the top of the list inside of West Region High School hockey. Don't go anywhere. This one just getting good. Tonight, Legacy loving it right now. They've got themselves a 2-goal lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chubby Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Time for our second period of play here on the PSP Network. Minot High trailing the Legacy Sabres tonight. 3-1 at the end of one period of play. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call here on the PSP Network. Well, let's get set and ready for the second period of play, brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza, mouth-watering pizza, breadsticks, chicken wings. I'm telling you, Planet Pizza, truly out of this world. Maybe tonight we'll go there and get a Blue Buffalo pizza. We'll do that tomorrow because we'll go to Shots Crossroads tonight for the post-game. Off the opening draw, 8 seconds in, there's an icing. Have you ever tried the stuffed breadsticks at Planet Pizza?
It's been a little while. Yeah, I used to go there back when Mason was living at home. We'd go there and have a few. You can probably tell, but they're always good.
always enjoy Planet Pizza.
Anything with bread is good.
Yeah, it seems to be that way. Puck's handled by Swangstu. Now his pocket's picked on the near side. Out with it come the Sabres, and it's Martell that can skate it here. He goes up the far side wing. Find it, Swangstu's got it. Jones touched it. Now it's taken here by Swangstu. He sends it right back in on Miller's glove side. Puck's picked up by the Sabres. They go back up to center, and it's taken by Butts. He moves it ahead into the Minot High D zone. Bradley's back behind the net. Bradley wins the foot race, takes it there. Radke sends it up the wall on the near side. Goes away to Jones now, and out to center it comes, where it's going to be wrangled here by Hager, and Hager just sends it right back in. Legacy was the preseason coach's pick as #1 in the West region. Minot was picked 2. I had these teams at 1 and 2 in the West region as well. In my mind, I thought Minot High might have the advantage coming in, but the next 15-55 will tell the tale here. Minot won both games last year in this rivalry matchup that just began, as Legacy just brought high school hockey on board last season. Freeman's down to the corner, trying to scrum for it, back behind the net. Sabres have it on the near side wing. Comes up now to Coleman. He's trying to push out of the zone. He can't. Goes back to Radke. Radke turns the corner here, goes to Coleman. Coleman off to Esslinger. They just can't get it out of the zone right now. Now they can. Puck comes up to Esslinger. Spins off with it. Esslinger out of the backhand. Chips it down towards the net. But it's taken there by Moose, and he just fires up to the line. Sent right back in. That one down from Freeman. And back the other direction we go now as Josiah Will up off the near side wall. Had it for a second. Coleman touched on it. And now it comes back into possession of the Magi. They go into the offensive zone. Coleman whistles one in. High riser. That one over the head of the netminder. Miller goes away to the far side wing, and it's chipped up off the glass, and out where it rolls all the way back into Magi territory. Then Pickard had it, then Esslinger. They play catch all the way down the ice as they dump and chase, and here come the Legacy Sabres up to center with it. Taken away at center. It's going to be handled here. Knee-to-knee collision, and in some pain there. Tegan Strand's on the ice still, and you hate to see that. And right into the box for the Sabres goes Gavin Mitzel, the sophomore. Strand is up, but he's limping off the ice surface. You hate to see those collisions like that.
Oh, God, they make you nervous. I don't care who, home or visiting team. Just, you got to be so careful when a guy's making a cut. Better off just to let him beat you. And, I mean, kneeing, that can end a guy's season. You just hope he's okay and walk it off, and it's okay from there, but you don't want to see either way. We want to play their best, and they want to play our best. We don't want to be losing any of our guys.
Face off on Miller's glove side. It's a 2-minute power play. Now for the Magi, brought to you by ServPro. Quick shot on goal. Miller made the save. Puck comes off the glass and all the way down. ServPro with 24/7 emergency services. Advanced technologies, cleanup and restoration at ServPro of the Magic City and ServPro of Bismarck, bringing you the power plays here tonight on the PSP Network. To center we go now. It went off the tape of Bradley.
Boy. Come on, you guys. You got to make better passes than that. We talk about the first pass. That's the most important one coming out of your zone. You're on the power play. Got to be even a better pass.
Those 10-footers and within 15 feet should be a gimme at this level for most varsity teams across the state of North Dakota. Minot High has it hop over the stick of Morelli right there, and some bad luck as that one just hopped right over the tape. 21 and white. He comes back up to center. Morelli shuffles away here to the near side. Got it to Esslinger. How about the kill here for Legacy? Minot High hasn't even crossed the red line yet. Now they do, and they're off sides here with 13:34.
Oh boy, that's frustrating.
To play.
Come on, you guys. You got to. That's just a mental. Those are just. I mean, come on, mental mistakes. You're shooting ourselves in the foot. Don't go offsides when it's a 5-on-5. Then when you're on a power play and you go offsides, come on, you got to pay attention. You just hang on the line, you straddle the line until you gain possession. Those are just simple mistakes we can't keep making.
54 seconds of Serve Pro power play timeout for the Magi. Then it's sent right onto the tape here for Hoon. He skates into the zone. Hoon's got a goal tonight. He spins back and then drops it down into the corner where Lewis is in after it. Minot's got it with Radke, and now Radke goes up to center. Magician's having all sorts of trouble here. Somehow they've got in with Strand, and Strand's going to take it towards the net. Now it's taken away. Back up top. Deal. Chips at it. Goes down to the corner. Comes away down to Coleman, and Coleman goes to work. 24 seconds of power play timeout as Panasuk sent it up. It's going to be knocked away there and whistled around the end wall. Comes away up to the line. Deal. Back away it comes now. Strand down to the corner. Panasuk tried to feed it out front. He couldn't quite get it there. Comes back down to Radke. Radke sends one in. This will do it for the power play here for the Magi as it's sent all the way down. And I don't know if Minot High registered a shot on goal on the man advantage, brought to you by Serve Pro. Comes up to center now. It's going to come back into the offensive zone for the Magi. Goes up off the glass and away here to the near side. Radke steps back in with it. Jackson Radke turns and fires. Blocker save. Ned Miller steered that one aside with the waffle board and a stop of the play with 12:21 to play in the second. 3-1 Legacy Sabres on top.
Well, I mean, if you're Minot, just don't worry about the power play. It wasn't one of our better efforts, but get back to 5-on-5 play, being aggressive, draw some penalties. We got to win those loose puck battles. It comes down to winning those battles in the corners. You want it more than those guys. They're playing with the lead, but we've got to play. I think we got to start getting a little more gritty down there.
Update from Minot High at Magic City Campus's gymnasium. #1 Century taking on #3 Minot tonight, and that's a 13-13 ball game midway through the first half. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodman's here on the call of that one. Puck comes back away to the far side. Half wall it comes. Comes away down to Eli Hansen, and Hansen's got it here. He goes up to center ice with it, dumps it ahead. Finley Bentz chasing it down. In the corner goes Bentz, comes back away. Down to Morelli. Morelli's going to get it back. Tucks it down to the corner now. Morelli creates some space. Odd angle shot comes back up top. Freeman sends it right back in. Off the shin pads there. Mitchell on the block shot. Back down to the corner. Here's Swangstu out with it. Swangstu walks in, fires. Miller went down, and Miller makes the save, but some opportunities generated from the top line from the Magi.
Well, nice effort there by Swangstu. That's what you got to do. Take it to the net. You're big. He's a power forward. Get in there and take it to the net. Anything that happens, we just got to have guys crash to the net for rebounds. It squirts out. I don't think he throws it right away, but that's what we got to do. Start make plays like that. It's not going to be a clean one. It's going to be a greasy one.
Puck comes all the way down. We've got an icing here, Matt. That icing brought to you by Jersey Mike's Subs. You can vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. And another power play coming here for the Magi as there is an interference that's called on the ice surface.
Didn't see where that happened at.
I did not either.
Thought it was just a normal icing, but I guess you and I need to pay attention a little closer.
Martell's into the box. Third power play of the game for the Magi. They're now 1 for 2 as the Serve Pro power play comes back out. Here's Esslinger, fires on angle shot. The Miller goes down, and Miller hangs on to it here with 11:10 to play here in the second.
Well, you're talking about faceoffs. Mine didn't have such great effort in the first period. We've got to win these faceoffs, especially when you're on the power play.
Off the draw, another faceoff win here for the Sabres, and up off the glass, Marcus Butts sends it all the way down. Beasley in after it as well. He goes toe-to-toe with Morelli. Now it's Bradley that had his pass to Esslinger picked off. Comes back away here at center, and Beasley takes it and dumps it right back into the zone. Comes back away now here to Bradley, who goes back into his own territory. Bradley, Morelli, and Esslinger back for the Magi. Tried to pick it up and skated out of the zone here. Jackson Bradley having some trouble here tonight. Into the zone comes Esslinger. Esslinger drops it back. Look up. Butts is by himself. Now he moves it ahead over to the far side for Moose. Moose is in. Sends it in on goal. And Blaze Ostrom goes down and makes the play. And if you're John Grubb, Jason Bennett, Jordan Willert, they're about to pull their hair out with that power play breakout out of their own end. They can't even get it across the red line. And that's got the Magician Coach is a bit frustrated, so a new unit comes out here with 1:11 remaining of power play time. And the Servpro power play for the Magi that's gone 1 for 2 here tonight. Back up to the point, shorthanded are the Sabres. Credit Legacy here tonight, however, Matt, with their forecheck on that penalty kill, causing Minot High the trouble. Now Panasuk's out to center with it. Here comes Panasuk. He's into the zone. Panasuk loses a glove on the play, goes down to the corner. Puck is going to be taken away here. The Sabres have a 2-on-1 back the other direction. They come in now with Josiah Will. Feeds it in front, out of the backhand. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Easton Moose was there. Picked up now here by the Magi. Tegan Strand's got it. And Strand sends it up. Got that one past Panasuk, and now into the zone come the Magi, with 30 seconds remaining of power play time. Right back to center. Deal's got it. Deal's ridden off the play. Comes away now here to the Sabres, and the Sabres will take it and skate it down underneath the net. With possession, this is Josiah Will. Comes away now here to the near side wing, and it comes back up to center for Coleman. Coleman up to center ice. He's into the zone. Coleman fires on. Pad save. 7 seconds remaining of power play time here for the Magi as that one's down on Ostrom. Ostrom's going to play it here, and a deadly play there for Ostrom. Got it ahead. Then Abrahamson's going to take it and dump it down back in behind Miller. Back behind the net. Goes away to the far side. Shots are 16-9. Minot's got the advantage, but if you watch the last 10 minutes of this hockey game, you'd think Legacy had been dominating this showdown without a doubt here tonight, because the last 10 minutes, in my mind, have belonged to the black and gold here this evening. Puck's down into Minot High territory. Freeman scrubbing for it down and deep. It's Jamison Johnson in after it. Puck's tied up at the end boards. Comes back away now for the Magi. Hansen fans on trying to clear it out. Comes back now to Bradley. Bradley's got it here. Bradley sends it up down to Abrahamson. At center, Abrahamson sends that one ahead forward. And it comes back down to Freeman. This forecheck from Legacy's got Minot High running around right now and really feeling that pressure here in the second period, halfway through the hockey game. Puck's back underneath the Legacy net. They go to the far side with it. Comes up now where it's bumped out to center by Strider McMahon. Right back in from the Magi. Comes into the possession here. The D-man on the back end, Braxton Hager. And the big man Hager on the near side skates it up to center and dumps it down and behind Ostrom. He was out of the net to play it. Look out. Came off the side of the cage. Taken away here by the Sabres. They have possession down in Minot High zone. Underneath the net. Puck's freed here now to Jones. Big Brock Jones has it. Jones on the near side. Minot High's going to cough this puck up. Comes back away now in the center slot. Comes back up. That drive whistles just wide. Goes away to the far side. Anderson comes back away now here to Southern. Southern goes out to center where he dumps it right back in. 7:25 to play here in the second. Bradley's back behind his own net. Now Bradley up to center. Got past Jones. All the way down it comes, and there's an icing here with 7:19 to play in the second period. And credit the Legacy forecheck right now, because Minot High is unable to do much right now other than scatter.
They're not giving Minot much space, and I don't think Minot's ready for that. The guys are just taking too long to make a play. We're not strong enough on our sticks right now. They're just, I don't know if you're not prepared or what the problem is, but you got to be ready. Everything happens so quick. You don't have a lot of time. The older you get, your time is even less and less.
Puck goes away down to Pickard on the far side. Pickard's going to skate it up to center. Bumps this one off ahead. Pickard trying to gain the zone with it. Now with the backhand, it's going to be tied up at center. Little scrum on the far side wing. Pickard going at it on the far side wall there as he got into it a bit with Gavin Mitzel. It's underneath the net now for Deal. He tries to get it over to Panasuk. Panasuk tries to clear. Comes down to Finley Bentz through the legs off to Esslinger. Puck comes back into the offensive zone here where it comes back up to center. Pickard's got it and he sends it right in. Under 7 to play here in the second. 3-1 Legacy on top of Minot tonight. Minot ranked number 1 inside of the WDA right now, or they stand number 1. Legacy stands number 2, only separated by a point. Minot High with a loss here tonight. It's going to find themselves no longer at the top of the list inside the West. Swankstu trying to change that, fires it up. Big blocker save there from Tyler Miller. Back underneath the net now. It comes away to the far side. Scrum underneath the goal line. Swankstu's out with it. waffle board, and the stick was down from Miller. He sent it off to the corner, comes down to Morelli, and Morelli's got it here back to Swagstu. I said it at the start of the year this year that Tyler Miller, in my mind, is the best goaltender in the West region. And the conversation about Miller earlier on here tonight with some people at the arena, pretty drawn conclusion that he's not only the best in the WDA, but probably within the state of North Dakota, at least in that conversation. Comes up now to Bradley Soons, and Miller goes down onto the pillows, and Tyler Miller makes the save. That's save number 16 here tonight, and Tyler Miller has been good. You look at what he's done, man. He had a 91% save percentage last year, and a kid that has played in 12 of the 14 games on the season now here for the Legacy Sabres. And that 90% save percentage this year, 90.7 last year. He's gone 6-4-1 here in his junior campaign, and a kid that has 5 career shutouts for the Legacy Sabres, 3 of which has come in his last 5. We talked about that earlier on here tonight. But you look at their last 5, they've gone 5-0, Matt, to a team that has outscored their opponents in those last 5 games 26-5 as a margin. Plus 21.
Well, they got a solid team. It starts with the goalie going out, but Minot's had a couple nice shifts here. You got to give them credit too. They've kind of outplayed him here a little bit. We need a break here. Need something to get that second one.
Puck's taken around the end boards, wrapped around by Elliot Hoon, back up to center. Goes off of Jones. He gains the zone with it. Back after it was Hoon, and Hoon's going to start the rush up to center. Taken down by Eli Hansen. Puck's away on the near side, and now Brock Matson's got it. Matson roughed up on the near side wing. Puck's going to be freed down for a moment for Lucas Vasey. Back to the point. Here's a drive coming. Jones blocked that one off the wrister from the line from Hoon. Down to the corner, scrum continues, freed down to Hansen. Hansen's got it off the wall, shuffleboarded up, comes back into the possession here. Strand trying to clear it at the blue line. Jones gets it out, now Strand's got it. Puck comes free now here to the Legacy Sabres, and it's taken by the Sabres back in their own territory. Elliot Hood trying to clear it back away to the far side. Minot with some pressure, comes back up top. Strand sends it off the boards on the near side wing, down underneath the net, goes away to the far side, comes back away into the possession for Hoon, and he goes back behind his own net, but it's Radke that holds at the line, sends it in, and down onto the pillows was Miller. He'll hang on to it. Talk about Legacy in their last 5 at 5-0. Minot's 2-3 in their last 5, and they've gone 6-4 in their last 10, but keep in mind Minot's most recent matchups are against Cheyenne, Davies, Roseau are the 3 losses that they have in those last 5, so can't give the Magi too much grief about that.
No, Minot's played good this period. They've kind of livened up here the last 6-7 minutes. I mean, you got to give them credit. They're aggressive. They're battling hard. We need something to give here. You got to keep putting the shots on net. It's going to be a cheap one, greasy one. We'll take it, but they've got it. You can't stop now. Stick with your game plan.
Glove side of Miller in on the draw. The puck is won back here to Radke at the point. Radke sends one in, hit traffic in front. Puck's underneath the net, tied up down low. Out with it come the Sabres, and away to the near wing they come. They send it up out to neutral ice. This puck comes all the way back into Magi territory. Back for Freeman, and Freeman's got it here. Freeman off to Radke, goes back up down to Finley. Bentz gets it off down to Esslinger. Another delayed call coming on the Sabres as it's Esslinger into the zone, and then Esslinger had his pocket picked. And the power play comes back out for the Magi as the Magician power play will see the ice for the 4th time here in the hockey game. They're 1 for 3. And it's fair to say at this point to the contest that this is a gigantic power play opportunity here for Minot High School.
You could say that. It's a big one. Minot's had some chances, but boy, we've got to improve from the last power play. I just think Minot's a little bit too loose coming up the ice or mishandling it a little bit. Sorry, you got to be better than on the power play. You want to be relaxed with the puck, but not to the point where you're too calm and too cool. You want to have a sense of urgency, but we've got to gain the line, get it in Bismarck Legacy zone and set it up. You don't have to score on the first shot on the goalie. You just want to get it and set it up, and be patient, make a nice shot, have a nice shot.
Serpro power plays out for the Magi. Bradley's up top with it. Across to Esslinger. Sends it in. Pat save loose in front. Swings to it. Jones right there batting at it. Comes away now to Morelli on the far side wall. Trying to free it here, but it's Beasley out to center ice. Make it Butts rather. And Butts takes it all the way down. Hit about in high territory. Isaac Lewis on the 2-minute slashing call, by the way. Morelli's up to center. He's into the offensive zone now. Morelli's going to take it down underneath the net. Puck comes back away down to Jones, and Jones has it on the wall. Jones hits the brakes. Freed now to Morelli, and Morelli's got it here. Onto his forehand, up to the point. Bradley back to Morelli. Morelli's going to walk down low, sends it to Jones. Back door. Oh, Esslinger was on the doorstep. Just couldn't quite pull the trigger like he wanted.
Oh, gosh, we have to bury those.
Comes back away down to Morelli. He's going to walk out front. Swings to in front of the net. Now it's a shot coming here from Esslinger. He couldn't get a stick on it, and it comes all the way down.
Oh, my gosh. You can't ask for a better chance in the high slot than that.
Bradley's got it here. 2 minutes on the dot to play in the second. 3-1 Legacy on top. Bradley goes up to center now past Swangstu. And the puck comes back down to Jackson Bradley in his own territory. Bradley's here on the near side. And man, we're having trouble with that play trying to come out of the zone if you're a Magician fan, for
Get
sure.
together. You got to talk more out there.
Comes away now to Morelli. Morelli's going to set this one up. Gets it off to Esslinger. Esslinger ahead forward. He's in over the blue line. Esslinger takes it on the near side wall. Goes all the way upstairs and then just drifts it down in behind the net where Jones has it. Goes off down to Panasuk. Panasuk here goes back up to Brock Manson. Brock Manson's got it. Goes back across. Panasuk's in. Sends it down. Jones side of the net. Scrumming for it. Miller makes the save. Here with 1:15 left to the second. And then Serpro power play comes to a close. A minute. 3 power plays here in the second, and they're 0 for 3 on the power play. And they're having some issues getting the puck from their own end back into the offensive territory.
Oh, that was better than the previous power play, but we've got to take advantage of those point blank shots. We had a couple guys that had some really good looks, and oh man, is that frustrating.
Up to center, breaking free here. This is McMahon. Skates down. Radke goes in and makes the stop, and then the puck is sent back behind the net. The sliding McMahon ended up stopping that puck in behind the goal line. Comes away down to Radke. Radke tries to free it here. Coleman trying to clear. Comes back underneath the goal line. Side of the cage. Sent down front, back up to the point, under a minute to play in the period. Back away to the far line, whistled in, hit traffic there on the wrister from Sam Stanton. Comes back away on the near side. Radke's just going to float this one out to center. We're down to the final 35 seconds to play here in the second period. And the Sabres holding on to a 3-1 lead right now as they send this one forward into Minot High D territory. Freeman off to Radke. All right, kids, get ready to count them down. 20 seconds to play in the period right now as the puck comes underneath the net now. Morelli in after it. Oh, Morelli was taken from behind. No call on that play.
It doesn't matter who it is. They got to call those check from behinds.
Comes away down to Morelli. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. All the way back up to the point. Bradley sends it in. Bouncer comes away, and it comes off the wall. Back up to Bradley. Needs to fire quick. He does. And at the end of the period, Mac Morelli skates over to Kyle Stevens and says, where were you on that one? And now there's going to be a penalty coming at the end of the period. Who is this on?
I don't know about the slashing there, but it doesn't matter what player, home or away, anything by the boards, when a guy goes in head first, it's got to be an automatic 2-minute call. So, I mean, I like these guys and have respect for officials, but come on, you guys. Clean your contacts out or put a new set in. You're not with it. You know, don't be a reason why the game is changing like that.
Devin Blada, Kyle Stevens, Nathan Medler, and Jordan Kelly get together at the end of the period. 3-1. Sabres lead at the end of 2. This one's got a little bit of everything here tonight, including a Sabres lead right now. Minot out shooting them 21-9 at the end of 2 periods of play. Third period's going to be rough and rowdy, to say the least. Let's go to our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at AckermanAsphalt.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Asphalt. Find them at AckermanAsphalt.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. We're in our second intermission here tonight. This one's been fun on the PSP Network. Legacy leads 3-1. Back and forth hockey game here tonight. Shots are 21-9 in favor of the Magi, but they find themselves down 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. This is our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic, the home to Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries at Premier Chiropractic. Find them online, PremierChiropracticND.com. Nick Hulberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Matt, first period shots on goal. Minot led 11-7. Legacy only registers 2 shots in that second. Minot outshot him 10-2. Minot still down 3-1 here at the end of 2 periods of play. It's been a physical hockey game tonight. What is the difference maker in your mind here tonight in the showdown in that second period? Minot High not being able to score. Is it Tyler Miller, or is it something else, or a combination of both?
Well, yeah, he's playing well. I mean, give him credit. He's keeping him in there. I don't think he's doing anything out of the ordinary, making any acrobatic saves, but he's making the saves. Especially their penalty kill is really clicking for him tonight. They're aggressive. I don't think Minot just hasn't experienced maybe the pressuring of the puck, but also I don't think it was a bad period by Minot. Aside from, we've got to probably figure that, clean things up a little bit on the power play and move the puck. I think we're just having some passes that need to be a little harder, a little bit crisper. Making these 10, 15-foot passes, you can't miss those. They've got to be on the tape every time, and they got to be hard, flat on the ice. We sound like we're running a skills clinic, but we're really not. Just saying, at these higher up levels, you have to make good passes and you have to be able to catch passes. And Minot had good shifts. We had a lot of good shifts where we pinned Legacy in their own zone. You can tell by the shots. Minot defensively, no, I think it was good. You're limiting somebody to 2 shots in 17 minutes. We can't really bust on them too bad. They're doing all right. We just got to get something. We need a lucky one. Minot needs a lucky one. Get back in the game. If you're Legacy, you're weathering the storm. They've got 17 minutes. They've just got to say, let's probably stay out of the box. Minot got to assess the penalty right at the end of the period, so now you got to kill that off.
Let's go to the X's and O's of this just for a second. If you're Mario Lamoureux, that forecheck for the Legacy Sabres has been good here tonight. That's caused Minot some issues. How do you turn that forecheck into more offensive chances? Because obviously 2 shots in a period is not satisfactory to Mario Lamoureux and his crew.
No, correct. They're looking for more offense too, and they've got the players for it, and as well as Minot does too. But the thing of it is, I think if you're Legacy, same thing. They've struggled a little bit in their own end, getting out of the, a little bit sloppy. I think the Minot forwards have pressured quicker than what they're used to as well. We've got some quick forwards, and I think there's times where they think they're coming up out of the ice, and somebody comes behind them and applies that pressure, and they're not ready for it. Where if you're Minot, same thing. Get aggressive. I like Carter Coleman. He's like his game tonight. He's not afraid to shoot the puck. That's what we need, and guys that can fire it. It's got to be on net. Miller is solid. You're not going to get a cheap one by him. We know that. But Legacy's right at their average for, like you're saying, goals are just a hair under it. And Minot, no, it hasn't. That was actually, I thought, not a bad period for Minot. But you can see that we've got to, it comes down to guys that can finish. Can you find the back of the net? We've got it. When we get a shot on goal on Miller, we need somebody going there and cleaning up that garbage. And that's Minot's got to get off that. They've got to break through, get off one, get that second one, and I think it's a whole different game. You saw the last time we were at home here, we had kind of woke up against Century in the third. Well, let's see how things are going here.
Let's look at the numbers from this hockey game up until this point through 34 minutes of action. It's Minot High that trails Legacy 3-1, and the scoring looks like this. Carter Johnson scored for Legacy to start things off tonight. 8:01 of the first period. Joel Anderson had the assist. Minot went on the power play at 10:53. Roughly 3 minutes later, it was Kelton Esslinger that set up Mackley Morelli, and Morelli got his own rebound, put it past Miller to make it a 1-1 hockey game. Then it was Elliot Hoon, even strength for Legacy at 12:39, that made it 2-1 Sabres. And then Braxton Wetzel, Gavin Mitzel, and Matt Souther get on the board. It was Braxton Wetzel's first goal of the season at 16:16 of that opening period. That made it a 3-1 hockey game. That's where we stood all the way through the second. That's where we sit right now. Penalties were called on Mitzel for tripping, Martel for interference, Lewis for slashing. And then at the end of the second period of play, there was a call that you and I both thought was probably a check from behind or a boarding call coming. There was no call on the play. That was a hit on Morelli. And then Brock Matson ends up with a slashing call after that. So Minot High starts this third period shorthanded for 2 minutes. Looking at the goaltender saves in the period, well, both goaltenders were perfect in the second. 2 shots on Blaze Ostrom, 2 saves. Tyler Miller had 10 shots on goal. He stopped all 10. The differences in the first period, shots were 11-7, and the goaltenders in the first, 10 for Miller, 4 for Blaze Ostrom. He gave up 3 in that opening period. Face-offs in the second, a lot better here for Minot High, 7-7 for the Sabres and the Magi in face-offs. 1. Quality scoring chances. Official scorekeepers say Minot had 1 in the second. Legacy didn't have any. There's a look at your stats from the second period of play. It's brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Jersey Mike's brings you the Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Go there and vote now. There's some players up for that award this week. It will be released Friday. Jersey Mike Subs is a sub above. Let's put a cap on our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. When we come back, we'll face off our third period of play. Minot trailing 3-1 to the Legacy Sabres. This is a battle right now inside of the WDA. The winner of this matchup will have sole position of first place here tonight. You can't stress that enough either in the showdown here on the PSP Network. Legacy looking to take the top spot in the WDA. Minot tried to hang on to it. Third period comes up next.
Come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
AC/DC Blair's here tonight. Brings us back in to the showdown between the Legacy Sabres and the Magi. Time for the third period of play on the PSP Network. Third period brought to you by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the region For 25 years, largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza. Delicious pizza, chicken wings, breadsticks, you name it. Planet Pizza. Minot brings you the third period here tonight. 852-1700. Call and order a Blue Buffalo pizza right now. You won't be disappointed. It will be the best third period you've had in a while. Munching on one of those blue buffs. Puck's handled here by the Sabres. They have possession. Sent across from Butts down to the corner. Beasley sent back in behind the net. Now it's going to be tied up in deep. Freeman's down low. Scrubbing for it. The power play is out for Legacy. Serpro power play on the ice for the next minute 22 as the call came right at the end of the first period. Up top it comes now. It's going to be worked across away here from Beasley. Sent it back up to Johnson. Taken away there momentarily. And now Beasley goes to work again. Spins it back down into the corner. Walking out, sent out in front. Nobody there after Josiah Will sent it up ahead. Now Brock Jones is going to be in a foot race back the other direction. Jones shorthanded. He's in with a backhand, and Jones was denied there by Tyler Miller.
Great individual effort there. Good hustle.
15:45 to play in the third period. 46 seconds on the Legacy Serpro power play. Sabres are 0 for 1 on the man advantage here tonight. Minot is 1 for 4. As the puck's taken there by Swanks to it, he knocks it right back down into the Legacy zone. Up to center, they skate ahead with Martel. He can move with it. Martel takes it down to the corner. Martel's got it back in behind here. Martel tied up in deep. Frees it now, comes away down to Moose. He's to Moose up top at the line. This is Vasey with it. Vasey worked out there by Esslinger. Both penalty kills have done a nice job in this hockey game tonight. Puck comes free on the near side wall. Sabres with possession. They go upstairs with it, drop it off here to the near side. Sent down front. Holmstrom with a big stop there as Vasey sent it in front of the net, and the trigger was pulled by Southern. Matson's back on the ice, back to full strength. Goalpost was hit on the near side. Puck is free to the far wing now. Comes away to Hoon. Minot High's got a streaker at center. That's Panasuk. And the puck comes away to the near side half boards. Magi tried to clear it out, but it's the Sabres with a drive. He shoots, he scores. Carter Johnson tucks it home. 4-1 Legacy on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. As that one came in front, make it Lucas Vasey, give him the credit, and Vasey tucks home goal number 7, point number 16.
Well, you just can't leave guys that open in the slot. We talk about it. That's the area you don't want to give the puck up, and everything bad happens in the middle. And if you leave a guy open, especially the guys that can put him away and are their snipers, they're going to take advantage of that every time.
Vasey on the goal, and it's a 4-1 hockey game. Legacy's in the driver's seat right now. Comes back away up to the far point. Pickard's got it. Off down to Finley. Bench sent it wide. Let's listen into Duffy Dolbeck. So it's Vasey from Southern, Matt, and Legacy cruising right now. 4 goals on 11 shots here in this hockey game tonight. Legacy leads the contest 4-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. BNC Bank can be found online, bnc.bank. Minot's going to send it down. We'll have an icing. That icing brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. Factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. It's Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. And right now, the Sabres from Legacy look to have this one sealed, leading 4-1. Minot High's got to score in a quick fashion if they want to come back into this.
Well, you just got to chip away at it. You're not going to get them all in one shift, but if you can take it 5 minutes at a time, 4 or 5, win every 4 or 5 minute stretch, and then move on to the next one. Good things will happen. You can't have a negative attitude. Just got to work a little harder. They'll come your way eventually.
Puck comes back up to the line where it's handled here. Johnson rifles one in, went wide. Puck comes back away now to the Sabres, who send it back down into the corner. Bradley's going to have it here. Bradley's got it now, and Bradley works it on the wall on the far side wing. Bradley's going to send it away here now to Schuster. And Schuster's out for the first time here in the third period. Schuster on the near side, sends it out front. Abrahamson a drive, save, rebound. Comes back away over to the far corner where it's taken there for McMahon. Strider McMahon sends it up to center, and Schuster's going to go back after it with Bradley as the offensive man coming down as Josiah Will comes away to the near side wall, taken away. Sabres have numbers. Slap shot, save, Ostrom, rebound, loose in front of the blue paint. Still loose out front, taken out of there by Jones. And here comes Brock Jones up to center. Jones has had the motor on here tonight. Morelli's into the zone, and an offsides called to the Magi as Brock Jones on the near side was tied up. On the near side wall, is sliding into him was Easton Moose. Good hustle and effort there from Brock Jones.
Tough break. He had one man to beat, and he went to the inside, and he just lost it just a hair and got away from him. But good hustle by Jones. They just got to keep working, got to keep battling. They'll come eventually here.
Update from the Minot High Magicians basketball showdown tonight. Number 3 Minot leads number 1 Century 50-47. Here in that showdown, make it 50-50 as a three-pointer was just nailed by the Patriots. Puck comes all the way back into Minot High territory. Down it comes, and icing on the play. That icing brought to you by Hub International Insurance. Hub International Insurance for all of your personal and business insurance needs. It's Hub International, the leading North American insurance brokerage. Find them in Bismarck with Josh Cattell or Michael Mormon today, 355-3100. Off the draw, Swangstu wins it over to Morelli, comes up down to Radke. Radke has to come back to center to regroup the puck, got it to Jones. Morelli trying to go into the zone. Puck is going to be tied up inside the blue line. Radke scrumming forward here. Comes back away on the near side wall. It's going to be picked up here by Swangstu. And Swangstu brought it up to center. Beasley knocked it ahead forward, but then the Magi dump it right back in. Gage Martell, the sophomore D-man, with 10 points on the season. I've been impressed with him tonight. Swift skater here for the Legacy Sabres. He coughs it up, and here comes Jones the other way. Jones fires, and that stick save there from Tyler Miller.
Nice opportunity, nice chance there. Say, Maya's probably going to have to take a few chances here.
Comes away down to Morelli, got it back over to Jones. Jones back to Morelli in front. Oh, Miller makes another stick save into the pads of Tyler Miller with the stick of Morelli. Frees it now for Beasley down to the other end of the ice. And Drew Beasley's going to tie it up in deep. Radke's going to get a handle on it. And now Radke comes up to center here. Goes up down to Morelli, and he'll dump it down into the corner. Dump and chase is on for the Magi. Panasuk is out after it. Puck's taken by Anderson. Anderson got it up to the near side wing. Off onto the tape there for Carter Johnson. Goes to the far side of the ice surface where it's tied up here. Comes back now for the Magi and Freeman. He goes to his partner Bradley. At what time of this game do you start to panic as far as time running out of the hourglass here?
I think Maya's got plenty of time. We probably need one here in the next 5 minutes, but we're getting shots. But I think we got to get a little more aggressive. We're going to have to gamble a little bit, and you probably see some defensemen start to pinch a little bit. You have to. You're down 3. You got to try something.
Puck's up to center. Finley Bentz, the intended target there, but it was taken away by Elliot Hoon. Hoon takes it and dumps it right back in. Back behind the net was Ostrom to play it off to Bradley. Bradley spins away in the corner near side. Got it to Panasuk. Panasuk tried to get it out of the zone on the near side wing. Comes away down to Bradley, and Bradley starts the motor up over center. Here's the All-West region selection. Bradley takes it down, sends it out. Panasuk in front. Nice defensive play. Getting a stick on that one was Isaac Lewis out in front of the net. Puck comes away now to Esslinger. He's got it down in deep. Esslinger back to Freeman at the point. Bradley sent in. Miller goes down, and Miller hangs on to it. 4-1. Sabres are on top, and Legacy looking to move into the top spot inside of the West region, looking for their 8th win of the year in conference play. 3 more points will give them 26. No points for Minot tonight would leave them at 24. And time is starting to wear thin here in this West region showdown tonight. Off the draw, Legacy defensive zone. It comes away to the near side wing. Jordan Willard and Mario Lamoureux, the head coach of the Sabres and the assistant coach for the Magi, played their junior hockey together back at Tri-City in the United States Hockey League. Those two are both of the top 5 in scoring for 3 years at Tri-City. That's before Jordan Willard went on to play at University of Nebraska, Omaha. And Mario Lamoureux went to be the captain of the University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux. Back in behind the net now. It's Coleman out front. Here's a drive coming right into the catching mitt. And down making the save was Tyler Miller. That one a can of corn for top goaltender of the West region. He's been impressive here tonight. Hasn't given up many second chance opportunities. The only one he did, Morelli put in the back of the net. Morelli picked up goal number 10 of the season. That came back in the first period. That tied the game at 1-1. We've had 2 legacy goals since, and nobody's been on the board since that point. Back in the first. Beasley chasing after it, down it comes. Here's an icing. Under 9 to play in the third. 4-1, Minot on top. I'm sorry, Minot trailing.
You get down when you're trailing, you're down, you got to gamble a bit. You see how important these faceoffs are. You got to win offensive faceoffs. They're such a forgotten part of the game. It's so important when you're playing these good teams to get that possession right off the faceoff. That's turns out to be a shot on net. Most likely you get the drawback to your deep defenseman.
Beasley up to center. He's going to cut free. Here's Beasley backhand out front tall. Bradley came back and made the stop. He had the long reach there, and Bradley put the stick out in the way. Opportunity was there. Comes back up to the line. Here's a Whistler knocked down. Comes to Morelli. He's got a one-on-one drill coming here. Marcus Butts took it for him on the near wall. And Butts now scrums for it. Morelli in after it with Butts. They continue to work on it here on the near side. Morelli in with the shovel going after it here. Frees it up to the point. Bradley had it, lost it at his feet, and here we go the other way. This is a 2-on-1 now. Beasley in with it here. He's going to walk in, trying to take it back door. Taken away on a nice defensive job from Brock Madsen. Comes back up top, across it came from Martell. Down into the corner it goes. Back behind the net. Bradley back in after it. Bradley chips it up off the glass, and it rolls all the way back up to center. Morelli's got it again here on the near side wing, or scrum for it at least. Back up to the neutral ice zone now. The rush is on. Strider McMahon in on Radke. Radke rides him off, but not before McMahon sent it deeper into the zone. Bradley's got it back behind. Goes off of Jackson Radke. Radke's going up to center now for Colton Schuster. Schuster dumps it down, and the chase is on. Goes away to the far side wing. Held it at the line. Radke held it. Comes away down to Abrahamson. Drifts it down into the corner. Take it and fanned on just a bit there off of the tape of Joel Anderson. Comes back away now. Up to the point. Minus Radke will hold. Radke onto his backhand. Trying to shuffle it in. Comes away down to Abrahamson, but it's taken there. Abrahamson's got himself the hit of the third period. Radke holds it now, and now Radke sends it in, tipped it front, loose there, still loose in front of the net. Scrum continues, and out with it come the Sabres, and up to center they go with Joel Anderson. Dumped down, Sabres go off for a 4-for-5 change. Ostrom had some trouble containing that puck behind the net. Comes now up here to Radke, goes off down to Esslinger. Finley Bentz is in, he's got Panasuk with him, but an icing on the play, and that icing call brings the Minot High bench to volume.
Oof, boy, that's a tough one to swallow there. He probably should have waved that one off.
Jordan Kelly and Jordan Willert, pretty darn good friends.
Not right now.
And not right now is right. That puck came down for an icing on the Magi. Puck comes back. Up to center ice. Bumped free here. Finley Bentz has it. That is an offsides, and the offsides call will put a stop to the play with 6:28 to play in this third period. Well, Mario Lamoureux, after 4 years in the United States Hockey League, played at the University of North Dakota back when they were the Fighting Sioux. Then he went to the ECHL and played for the Gwinnett Gladiators and then the Ontario Reign. Went over to Austria, then came back to the American League and ECHL before he went overseas again to finish his pro career. He's done a great job. He's a proud father of a brand new baby girl. That's number 3 in that family. I asked him if they were going to think about a boy, and he said, well, the first 3 were supposed to be, so you never know is what I got out of that. Congratulations again to the Lamoureux family on Merrick Lamoureux coming just a few weeks back. In comes Panasuk. Offensive territory taken here now by the Sabres. They go up into Minot High territory on the rush into the zone. Odd angle, threw it out in front. Southern couldn't find anybody out there. Comes free now where it goes Back underneath. Tied up down below the goal line. Puck is going to be freed by Betts. He sticks it out to center. Comes into the hands now of Hager. And away to the near side. Martel's in with it. Martel's going to walk and fire. Pad save there off of the goaltender Ostrom. Only the 13th shot that he's seen here in the hockey game tonight. Puck's taken and sent up. Credit Legacy here tonight. They've done what they've needed to do to lead this hockey game, and the Sabres are on their way right now to their 8th win in the West region and 9th win overall of the year. Minot High trying for their 10th win of the season right now. Brock Jones is going to have to hurry with company. He comes in with it. Jones trying to feed it out front. He's tripped on the play. Delayed call coming, and the Magi power play comes back to the ice surface here with just shy of 5 minutes to play in this third period. Fair to say that this is now a must-score opportunity.
Do you pull your goalie and go 6-on-4? I would. Why not? You're down 3. I mean, you got, if they score, so what? It's not the end of the world. It's not like this is the last game to decide the title. But if you got to gamble sometimes. I don't think it's a bad idea to pull your goalie in this case. If you're down 1, that's a little different.
Blaze Ostrom stays in the paint for the Magi. It's Morelli that handles here. He's in the circle. Drop down to Esslinger. Esslinger drops it back to Morelli. Comes away now. Morelli tried to send it up top, but the defense was on there as it was taken out by Elliott Hood. Swanks to back at center. Who retrieved, dropped it off down to Bradley. Went up to Morelli, and he's into the zone with it. Morelli's brother playing in the American Hockey League for the Hershey Bears. Sent it around to the far side wing. Down low it comes. 37 games for Mason Morelli, by the way. 23 points for him. Here's Mack. Walks in, fires, knocked down. Forward got towards the net. Underneath the goal line, taken there by Butts, and Butts sends it out of the zone all the way back to center. And Bradley spins it back in the neutral ice territory. Morelli then had his pocket picked by Butts, and Butts takes it off the glass all the way down. MVP of this contest here tonight might be the Legacy penalty kill. Comes away to the near side wing. Esslinger, oh boy, was Esslinger railed here on the near side. He went after Easton moves after moves, absolutely creamed him on the near side wall, and Esslinger looks to get him back. He does. They have a scrum underneath the goal line now. They continue there. Esslinger's out with it. And Esslinger's up. He's over center. Moves trying to line him up again, but it's fired forward down to Panasuk. Panasuk is in. Final 35 seconds of Serve Pro power play time. Coleman onto his backhand. Trying to go to the forehand, lost a handle on it. Radke's got it up top here, and Radke dropped it off to Swankstu. Swankstu sends it in. Miller made a glove save. 3:10 to play in the third period. 24 seconds remains on Minot's 5th power play of the game, brought to you by Serve Pro. They went 1 for 1 to start the game, and they haven't scored on it since. And now they're down to 3:10 to play here in regulation. And time wears thin as Blaze Ostrom stays in the goal paint here for the Magi. Minot's biggest loss of the season came to Roseau. 10-2 in that hockey game. Fared pretty well in every matchup this year. They most recently lost to West Fargo Cheyenne 4-0. Trying to close the gap here in this one tonight, and out with it from back behind the net. Wraparound opportunity. Stop was made there as Miller went down and made the save. Legacy's back to full strength in 2 seconds. Ostrom lost the puck behind the net. Puck comes back away down to Radke on the near side. Radke trying to go up to center. Radke spun it out of the zone. Down it comes. This will be an icing. Brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics can be Minot Braces. .com. Too early for a timeout on either side?
I think at this point, you probably, if we're going to take a timeout, it should have been when we had the power play. That was what I would have done, just set it up, even if you don't pull your goalie. But I mean, you're down 3. I don't really know why you even tried. You got to do something. And you're not. This isn't the state championship final, so you just try something. You never know. Maybe getting that extra guy out there, put a guy in front. Maybe you just get rebounds and screen the goalie.
Update from Minot High's gym tonight. Number 3 Minot trailing number 1 Century 65-60 with 4:28 left in regulation. Puck's down in the corner. Off the wall. Abrahamson tried to free it. He has Freeman up top. Sends it down in deep. Down to Eli Hansen. Blaze Ostrom waits at the top of the circles here, Matt. as the puck's going to be taken and sent to head forward. Here come the Sabres. They'll dump it down and chase in after it. No, they won't. Carter Johnson sent it in. Then they sent it down for a change. Blaze Ostrom gets ready to come out of the goal paint here, I would assume now, as Freeman works it up to center. Freeman coughed it up. Comes back away down to Radke, and Radke's going to go after it. Radke fires it up to center. Got past Johnson. Will this be an icing? It will.
I don't know why that's an icing when he went to play it with his skate and just missed it. But I don't know. I guess I don't get that. How can that be an icing when the Bismarck guy stepped up to play it and then just let it go?
That's what Matt Morelli's asking Jordan Kelly right now.
I'm not a referee, but that, I mean, come on. That's those guys. Whatever. Some days I don't know. Some days it's a tough. You don't like to go against referees, but boy, some days you wonder. It's hard not to go. It's hard not to think. Sometimes they're all terrible.
4-1. Sabres are on top. 90 seconds left in regulation.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Well, it's showtime now as we come down the stretch. Final 90 seconds remain here in regulation. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Legacy looking for win number 9 on the season to move into the first place spot in the WDA. And we've got ourselves 90 seconds remaining here in regulation. Might have called their timeout. Puck's down to the corner. It's tied up on the wall. Comes away to Bradley. Fires it around down to Brock Jones up to center, right back in from the Sabres, and down it comes. Stick around for our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. Esslinger into the zone. There goes Blaze Ostrom. He's off. Empty net at the other end of the ice here for the Magi. As Jones on the near side, taken here by Butts, and Butts has an empty net, tried to fire it forward. Look out. Up into the seats it went, and a Souvenir finds a fan. MVP of the game coming up tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. We'll also have our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game here tonight. It all happens in the Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show coming up in just a few minutes here on the PSP Network. Good ball games tonight on the PSP Network. Legacy leading Bismarck High 81-79 late in that contest. 72-63, Century on top of Minot with 1:36 remaining. Puck's handled down by Bradley, comes up to Morelli. Morelli's going to handle here. He had his stick knocked. Went down to the ice, comes back away, final 30 seconds. Blaze Ostrom just goes back to the net, comes away now. Here to Jones, drops it down in deep, back to Morelli, sent it out front. Jones couldn't pull the trigger. Comes back away now to Bradley. Got it off to Morelli here on the near side. Bradley again at the point, whistled forward, knocked down. Back up at the blue line. Radke's got it. Caught him down, kids. Final time tonight. 11 seconds to play. And a stop in the play here as an offsides was called.
Well, if you're Minot, you just got to forget about it. You got another big one on Thursday with points at hand. Just get better, get back to work, and be ready for a good road game with Bismarck High. Get some points and then use this as a good learning experience. It wasn't that bad of an effort for Minot tonight. We just couldn't put it in the net.
Panasuk's got it here. Panasuk drilled Schuster in after it. Here's the horn. And Legacy has won 7 in a row. Sabres take care of Minot tonight on their home ice as the Sabres get the victory over the Magi. 4-1's the final here tonight on the PSP Network. Let's move to our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have your move of the game and the player of the game coming up. We'll break it down as well. Final tonight, 4-1. Sabres get the win over the Magi here at the Pepsi Ring.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
It's time for the Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Now for a look at game stats and analysis. Let's go to the postgame show.
4-1's the final tonight's Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads bring you the postgame show here tonight. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors can help you every step of the way. It's Planning Team Financial Advisors at Shots Crossroads, where you can get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Find them online as well, where you can order online at shotscrossroads.com. You can pick it up right at Shots Crossroads. If you've never had the banana cream pie there, I'm telling you, Matty, it is good stuff. Final shots tonight, 30-14. And the difference in this hockey game boiled down to a couple things. And one of them was Tyler Miller here tonight, because he backstopped the Legacy Sabres here in this contest all the way down to 29 saves. 14 shots on goal, 10 saves on the other side here tonight for Blaze Ostrom. John Grubb and Devin Blaine are still having quite a conversation here at center ice.
Well, rightfully so. But I mean, if you're Minot, you take some positives away from it. It wasn't that bad. We had chance. I mean, you put up a decent amount of shots, but it comes down to, we've talked about it earlier in other games, about being consistent. You can't just want to turn it on when you want and turn it on when you think you're down. Hey, we got to start trying harder. And that just doesn't work in sports. There's only a select guys that can do that, and most of them are not at the high school level. They're somewhere else playing professional. You just have to be ready from the get-go. You got to get off to a good start. You've got to have all your guys. You need everybody. Like the old saying, you're only as good as your weakest link. And it doesn't matter who it is or what player, defenseman, forward, but you need everybody to win. We're going to see him again. We got to go down there. We're probably going to play him in the West region, which is another time. So there's 2 more times. Let's get better. Let's learn and improve and say, come on, we can't make these easy mistakes. We had some turnovers that will not cut it against anyone.
4-1's the final tonight. Let's look at the game reset tonight, brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography. Senior photos, game action shots. Mason Kramer Photography brings you look at tonight's scoring and numbers in this hockey game. Starting with a goal from the Legacy Sabres that came at 8:01. Somebody wants those two off the ice here tonight. Conversation still continuing. There's respect between those two men, but John Grubb looking for some explanation on something here tonight. Devin Blader reffing plenty of North American League games here these days and some USHL work once in a while as well, just as a sidebar. Carter Johnson got things started tonight for Legacy. Joel Anderson assisted him at 8:01. It was Kelton Esslinger that set up Matt Morelli at 10:53 on the power play. That tied the game at 1-1, Matt. And then it was Elliot Hoon. Legacy took a 2-1 lead at 12:39 of the opening period. Matthew Souther and Gavin Mitchell then set up Braxton Wetzel at 16-16. 44 seconds left in the opening period. Legacy led 3-1. They didn't look back. Nobody scored in the second, but there was plenty of penalties called, a tripping, interference, and a pair of slashings. 3 of them went on Bismarck Legacy. 1 of them went on Minot. That was at the end of the period. So into the third we went, and Legacy was on the power play to start the third. And 21 seconds after the power play time expired, Lucas Vasey set up Matt Souther, and Vasey picked up another goal on the season, good enough for number 7 on the year for point number 16. And that was the final here tonight. Final shots on goal, 30-14. 29 stops for Tyler Miller. 10 saves tonight here for Blaze Ostrom. Power play time in the hockey game. Minot's power play was out for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. They went 1 for 5 on the power play. Legacy went 0 for 2 with 4 minutes of power play time tonight. 6 quality scoring chances for the Sabres, 4 for the Magi. And the face-off category dominated tonight by the Legacy Sabres, 25-15. The final. There's the look at the numbers tonight, brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography. Finals 4-1 here tonight with the win tonight. The Sabres improved to a record on the season of 8-3 inside the West region, 9-5-1 overall on the year. Minot High with the loss tonight is going to fall to a record of 6-2 in the West region and 9-5 overall on the year. What does that do for our standings? Well, it's going to make things interesting, Matt, because with the victory tonight, Legacy moves into the top spot in the WDA. They go past Minot. Depending on how Mandan did tonight, as Mandan was hosting Bismarck High tonight. Bismarck High got a victory there. Mandan will stay behind the Magi, but if Mandan got a win, they and Legacy will be at the top of the ladder inside the West region. Big one coming up on Thursday night for Minot High. They take on Bismarck at Bismarck. We will unfortunately not have coverage of that game. We will have Minot High basketball on the air that night. We'll take a break here on our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. When we come back, Matt and I will hand out a couple awards here tonight. Our move of the game and our MVP of the contest. It all happens next on the Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
4-1's the final tonight. Legacy Sabres come out on top of the Magi from Minot High here tonight on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. Matt, a couple orders of business here at the Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. The first is our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Jobbers with locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. For me tonight, the move of the game came on the game-winning goal at 12:39 of the first period. Elliot Hood on the hard-working, extra effort forecheck where he took the puck away from the Minot defenseman, went in on a breakaway, and ended up scoring to make it 2-1 Sabres. To me, that would be the move of the game here tonight because it was the game winner. Any argument with Elliot Hood?
No, for sure. Bismarck, with Mario's teams, they're going to be hardworking. They're never going to quit, whether they're up or down. And I think Minot, sometimes it's you got to like a lot of times in a season with a lot of young players, you're going to have to learn the hard way, and it's going to sting. And we, like you said it earlier before the game, we've struggled a little bit at home, and those are the ones you need to win. If you can win your home games and split on the road, or win 50% on the road, you're usually put yourself in a good position. But either way, it doesn't matter. We've got some big ones coming up. They've got Thursday at High, and that's a big one. That's points. And we got Monday, Jamestown here, and those are not going to be easy games. Everybody is hungry for points because you start to get into that mid-January for the last 6-7 games of the year. All those points become so important. You can shuffle, like you were saying. You can go from first to third, or you can go from fifth to second in a matter of one night.
Well, and tonight the Legacy Sabres jump into the top spot courtesy of the game winner tonight from Elliot Hood. He's got our move of the game. How about the MVP tonight? Well, unanimous vote up here in the press box for our MVP, brought to you by Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. Sport Clips with the MVP haircut experience. You can sign in online with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips in Minot and Bismarck. Well, a kid comes up with 29 saves on 30 shots against a team that averages 4 goals almost per night, to that being Minot High firing away here tonight on Tyler Miller. And Tyler Miller, to me, was the game changer and the game difference maker here tonight. He's our MVP of the contest, no question about that one.
For sure. You need your goalie to show up in those big moments, and you kind of need a guy to get hot at the right time. Come mid-January, that last month, and like peaking at the right time. It's like we were saying, if you can get a guy to make some big saves, the guys will play with a different style, maybe a little bit different attitude. They can take some chances. They can know that a guy's going to make that big save for him. And not that Blaze played bad either. He just didn't see as many shots tonight. Minot's just only getting one goal. That kind of hurts for Minot. You're probably not going to win many games 1-0. And most teams are going to score them one goal. So if you score one, chances are you're going to come out on the short end.
Tyler Miller, in his last 6, Matt, has given up only 6 goals in his last 6. That gives you a pretty good chance to win. Miller is our MVP of the game tonight. Congratulations, Tyler Miller, tonight's Sport Clips MVP. Closing thoughts of this one here tonight. I still better be ducking Don Rosted after my comment earlier on tonight here on the broadcast.
You might be waiting for you at your car.
I would guess he probably is.
Oh, we got to appreciate Donnie Rosted. Thanks, Rooster. I sent this kid for a coffee. Thanks again, Rooster. Nice job in the box.
Great job here tonight, Matt. A lot of fun working with you as always. Let's head over to Shots Crossroads and maybe get a piece of that banana cream pie and have some eating our feelings here tonight after Legacy takes care of mine at 4-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks to Matt Morelli for joining me tonight. Thanks to Mario Lamoureux for being here tonight at our pregame show, and John Grubb as well. Great job to Andrew Woodbeck, as always, running our camera here tonight. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli, I'm Nick Hulberg signing off. Don't forget, we've got plenty more to come this week, including boys basketball on Thursday night. Jamestown hosts Minot. Boys hockey, Todd Domries and Mitch Vig have the call. It's Mandan at Century. Doubleheader of basketball Friday with Century at Bismarck. Girls basketball on Friday night. Mandan comes to Minot, and then Saturday, the Braves are in town to take on the Magi and boys hoops as well. Until Thursday night at 7 o'clock for the Shields pregame show, Nick Hulberg signing off. Please have a great week. Whatever you do, have a good night, and God bless.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.